What do those 21 wins mean to you and the school in general?
Well, that's a tremendous spot for us to be into. For our program to get to where it's been, for the last several years we've struggled with wins and victories. For us to be able to achieve 21 victories in a single season is a tremendous feat for the team.
Coach, you have 2 pitchers this year, and they both eclipsed at least 10 wins. What does that mean for not only the girls to get that mark, because that's a pretty good mark to have?
Yes, that's a big confidence builder in both pitchers. It'll allow them to realize, that they've got a good defense behind them. They're able to, pitch through tight spots, and those are, again, individual goals that are obviously tied in with team goals. But they will. It's just a tremendous place for them to be in. Both of them more than doubled their win total for them from last year. So it should be a big confidence builder, and you'll see a big difference next year on how they approach the game.
And both are dual threat too. They can all bat.
Yes, both. Katie had a really good year. She's put together a couple real good years at the plate. I think last year she led us in team batting average, and this year she's pretty much the leader of our team in batting average. Katie's a pretty clutch hitter. That's why we have her in the 4th spot. Lee started the season out with I was hitting for her, but we gave her an opportunity, and as players do, when you give them an opportunity, she took advantage of it and proved that she deserves to be in the lineup too as well, hitting. So yeah, Lee's had a pretty good year too. Both of them hit the ball well, hit with power and average. So looking for both of them to come back and have an even better year next year.
Speaking about next year, Coach, this will be the first year in recent memory that you actually have senior leadership on the team. Now, what is that going to make a big difference? Now, we've seen some of the new additions this year. A lot of the freshmen and the younger players really step up to get you at where you all were this year. But what's it going to mean to your team and your program to finally have older senior and junior leadership?
Well, anytime you have maturity on the team, it's going to be a tremendous advantage. The fact that we have been senior lacking in the last couple of years has, it always has, you can rely on that experience. And what they'll be able to do is they'll be able to come in and help the freshmen and sophomores. Still, I know the freshmen played 1 year, but still acclimating themselves to the college game. It'll help to have that experience there, and to have as many seniors as we'll have will be even more of a greater advantage, because again, we can lean on their maturity and their experience to help us through some of these one-run ball games that we've been falling short on.
What's going to be your focus going into next year? I mean, your bats were, for the most part, the entire season, they were there. You have the majority of your team batting at least 277, a lot of those even above 300. There's nobody on your team that you really could step up to bat, and then you thought maybe this girl wasn't going to get a hit. When you put somebody in the lineup, they're probably going to get a hit, or at least the threat's there. What do you need to work on next year?
Probably more timely hitting. There was a few cases in certain games where we could have used that clutch hit, and we just kind of fell short there. You're right. Hitting anytime you hit above 300 is a tremendous feat for the team. It's nice to be able to put your batting order together, and 1 to 9, you feel confident with every one of the players that they can and have the ability to get a hit. But just probably more clutch hitting and timely hitting. A couple times this year, that would have made a difference in us probably being in 21's a great area to be in. Don't get me wrong, but probably could have stepped us up to that close to 30 win total had we had those clutch hits or timely hits. So probably situational hitting. We'll work a little bit more on that. The good thing is, as I told the team throughout the year, what we need to do now is to step up to the next level. Is we need to work on the finer points of the game. And before, I never had that opportunity because, no disrespect to any of the prior teams, but we just were in such dire straits that we were so far behind that it was difficult to really focus on the finer points of the game, because just the major points of the game was what we were failing in. Now, if we can get to fine-tune the team, fine-tune some of the different aspects of the game, defense, offense, pitching, that's what it will take for us to step up to the next level, as I've preached that all year long to the girls.
Now you talk about the finer points of the game, and what are those points?
Again, situational hitting, knowing your situation. We work on situations all the time, and probably a higher emphasis on situations, especially for like our pitchers. You know, when you get in the bottom of the seventh and we're up a run or tied, and you don't want to walk the leadoff batter, you don't want to make that error. Offensively, again, timely hitting, clutch hits, things that we need to do, getting that bunt down to move the runners over, doing the little things that's going to make a difference for us. Defense, getting a little sharper, taking better angles on the ball, being a little bit sharper defensively in our fielding so we don't make that error, we don't allow that extra base. And those points, once we work those and get those ironed out, that's when again, the one-run ball games is probably where we came up probably short most here this year. So those differences will make a big difference for us in the one-run ball games, and we'll come up on the winning end of those.
Well, thank you, Coach, for coming and sitting down with me today, and good luck with the off season and the summer recruiting and everything, and good luck with the 2013 season.
Thank you.